Hi, my name is Sam, and welcome to the Union Group glovebox training. And what I'd like to talk about right now is how to properly use liquids in the glovebox. And so let's say I've got this vial and I've weighed out my reagent and I'd like to make a solution, or maybe I'm doing a reaction and I want to add my solvent. And that's something that we can do here in the box. All of that, of course, under nitrogen and oxygen free and water free. So it's a really nice and easy way to not have to freeze pump thaw, a reaction mixture, or do slump technique. You can basically treat this like a bench. So when you're ready to open a liquid inside the box, there's a very, very important first step that we need to do, and that is to turn off the blower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase that pressure, take my arm out, and I'm going to look here at this control panel. And I first want to see, is the blower already on or is it currently off? And it says here, blower on. So because we're going to be opening liquids in the box, we want to turn the blower off. What the blower basically is a fan that is circulating the air inside the box, or the atmosphere inside the box, over a catalyst bed. And because we're opening a solvent, the catalyst is very sensitive to solvents and Lewis basic things. So we do not want to saturate the catalyst and blow solvent over it. So we're going to turn that off. Okay, now we're ready. So I'll go back in. And I will use these tongs here to grab a needle and the syringe. Now, when we're dealing with syringes in the box, it is pretty easy to poke yourself. And of course, if you poke yourself, that means you're poking a hole in the gloves. So that's kind of a double issue. So what I recommend to avoid kind of poking yourself or getting hurt is to hold the needle like this. And I have the base or the end of the needle here going into my hand, and that kind of serves as a backstop. And I put my left hand in this case in my right, and so that really limits kind of the movement here. And so that prevents, kind of uncontrolled, like, taking off the tip here and then accidentally poking myself. So what I'll do is I'll just pull back very slowly and surely and take off that protective cover. And now we're ready to open up the bottle of the solvent. And I will go in, I'll get the solvent that I need, and then I'll add it to my vial. So let's fast forward through that, and I'll show you what to do when you're done. Now when you're done and you have a needle that's been used, you need to properly cover that tip so that we don't run into that same issue of poking yourself. So it's going to be tempting to just pick up the cover here and try and put it on there, but that's really where mistakes can really easily happen. And so what I recommend doing is, with the protective cover lying down on a surface somewhere, you come in with the needle, my other hand is far, far away, and I just pick it up like that. And now I can very safely put the cover back on. Okay, so this is going to be waste that I'll bring out. I've got my vial here that I'll bring out. And I'm going to bring out that Kim wipe that I promised to bring out from before. So here's the proof. All right. And there's one more step that we need to do here. So come out. So before I open that up and start handling my live reaction here, I'll put on my lab coat. Grab my things here. Got some waste I need to deal with. we'll just put these here for right now. This is a safe place. Close this up. Make sure you turn this to evacuate as always as the last step. And before we turn that blower back on, we need to purge the atmosphere in here. Because remember, this box is a closed system right now. And so any solvent that I had open in there that perhaps vaporized, especially things like ether or VCM or THF, pretty volatile things, there's just vapors floating in here. So I don't want to turn that blower on quite yet. And so what we need to do is to purge the box, purge the atmosphere, exchange for new clean nitrogen. So to do that, I'm going to hit Purge glovebox. Okay, and it's going to bring you to the secondary screen that kind of tells you what to do. But basically it says wait till the pressure goes up to 3 inches of water, and then you can open up the purge valve. So I'm going to hit start. And as this goes up, you can actually watch the pressure increase here. So I'll do that again so you can see. So I'll hit purge. Yes, I want to purge. You can watch that pressure climb. So once we get up to about 3 there, this is the purge venting valve. So I'm going to open it up to about a 30 or 45 degree angle. What you're shooting for here is for the pressure to go down to about 1.5 and to stay there. So you can kind of adjust this. I'm closing it now to bring up that pressure. Okay, so we're sitting pretty here at about 1.5, 1.6. And I'm going to let this purge for about 15 to 20 minutes. For purging, 15 to 20 minutes is really a minimum. It can go for hours, and that's totally okay. I would not want it to go overnight. That would be a little too long, but if you set it and forget it for an hour and you go to lunch or go set up a reaction, it's not a big deal. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so we've been purging for about 20 minutes and I'm ready to turn off the purge. So what we need to do is to come over here to the screen. You're going to hit stop purge. It's going to bring you to the secondary screen. Now don't hit this yet. What we want to do is close the valve and then hit that. And you want to do that in pretty rapid succession. But don't do it too fast that you make a mistake or knock something over. But just close that, press that. That's about the speed you want. Now we're ready to turn that blower back on. And I'll watch my O2 readings go down. Good, they're going down, so there's no issues. I'll turn off the light, and since I'm done, I'm going to sign out. So it's about 4:30 p.m. and the box is ready for the next user.